Ladies and gentlemen, the Colorado Buffaloes received a devastating loss yesterday. It was pretty unbelievable how they collapsed to Stanford. You talking about a 46-43 loss, double overtime. I mean, you couldn't make it up. But today, after all of the aftermath, one of the elephants in the room is that we all know the electrifying Shedeur Sanders, son of Coach Prime, Deion Sanders. We all know, we ain't got to get all into it. He posted on Instagram merchandise links, during the loss to Stanford. And it's got a lot of people in a conundrum. A lot of people are lost for words at what they have just witnessed. Is not a good look, especially in the loss. And it's unfortunate because if they would have won, nobody would have been tripping about the post. So, I mean, it's a tough situation. It's a double-edged sword. I do believe that Shedeur needs to focus on the field. That's my humble opinion on the situation. I know it's a lot. He's trying to grow the business, and there's a lot of things. But I think that on the field is really where everything goes to the next level. And he has been doing it individually, but this was a team collapse on both ends. This all wasn't on Shedeur. Heck, Shedeur was the one to put him in positions, but they did go cold in that third quarter and mostly in that fourth. We're going to get into it, man, especially after being hot as fish grease in the first half. They put on a shutout, but then they damn near got shut out. Make sure you subscribe to Flight Sports for more Shedeur Sanders, Coach Prime, Colorado content. Colorado quarterback Shedeur has enjoyed a breakout season in Boulder as the Buffaloes have become a major topic of attention around college football and the world this season. But the timing of this post, man, it generated some online scrutiny. Friday on the late night, while Colorado was enjoying a 29-point lead over visiting Stanford, a link promoted merchandise was posted to Sanders' story. It's likely that the post was scheduled beforehand or posted by someone else, considering that Sanders was fairly busy at the time. But then Colorado wound up losing in stunning fashion, 46-43 in double overtime, further highlighting the timing of the post. The Instagram stories contain links to purchase a graphic hoodie sweatshirt with text reading "Shop Now." The hoodie's priced at $100, ladies and gentlemen. This is likely one of the first times a college athlete promoted an NIL item during a game. So like I said, a lot of people are taking this to, the maximum, but Shedeur, we all know what he did on the field. He threw for 400 yards with 5 touchdowns against the Cardinals. But his overtime interception opened the door for Stanford to kick the winning 31-yard field goal. Colorado dropped to 4-3 overall and 1-3 in Pac-12 play with this loss, while Cardinals improved to 2-4 and 1-3 in the conference while ending a 4-game losing streak. So these guys then came up off Colorado, and like I said, they gotta do better. And I'm gonna get into what Coach Prime said to the team, because Coach Prime voiced his frustrations. He was very disgusted, with this loss. But Shedeur Sanders, man, like I said, just gotta stay focused, right now. He's got a lot of things going on. He got the watch thing popping. A lot of people ain't happy, to see all these things transpiring. So they're gonna look for things like this, to bring him down. So he's got to be conscious. Obviously, Shedeur wasn't the one who put this post out. We all know these athletes, not all. Obviously, they have access to their social medias. I think all of the athletes, have access, but mostly all of the athletes also have someone who oversees the account, who posts things, promotional details and things of that nature. They're not all doing their own promo, ladies and gentlemen. Shedeur can't do it all, So I'm pretty sure somebody posted that for him, and like I said, the timing of it was whatever. But like I stated, if they would have won the game, would we have been having this conversation? A lot you hear people upset. I was listening to some of these talking heads. I'm gonna expose some of these guys too, because you know Coach Prime Deion Sanders, he like to keep receipts. So I'm gonna have to start keeping some receipts for some of these guys, you know, ripping and running their mouth, especially talking out the side of their neck about Shedeur Sanders, you know, and the things that he's been doing on the field. Travis returned. He got his crime boy back, you know, his crime partner, you know, in terms of on the field creating nothing but devastation. And boy, did that. When you seen Travis out there, you seen a lot of electrifying plays taking place. I was very pleased at the performance that I seen from Shedeur Sanders. He threw the ball with conviction. Like I said, he gonna get the ball to his guys. That's all I can really explain to the people. Everybody played well. It's just like I said, once we got to the second half, it seemed like they just looked like they didn't know what the heck they was doing out there, and it resulted in a big time loss that they're gonna be thinking about and hurting about for a very long time. I think that this loss to Stanford is gonna sting. You know, when you start to get to the end of the season and you looking at your record and the game here, and we a game this, you start to think about this game that you was in fully control of. You know, but somehow you let your foot off the gas. You know, like I said, they really couldn't afford this. They needed to keep winning. So I mean, I think that this kind of game right here it could be a wash. You know, it's obviously a lack of focus was involved in this. So everybody just need to regroup, get back, and like I said, I think Colorado will be fine. They're coached by Deion Sanders, and he's not exempt from this either. I know that there's a lot of adjustments. I mean, he's sitting on the sidelines watching everything go downhill too. You know, so I mean, everybody's got a hand to play in this. So everybody need to lift their sleeves up and get to work. You know, because this ain't it. You know, blowing 20-point leads and stuff like that on national television, this ain't it. Especially for a team that everybody thinks very high of. I was not pleased by this performance. You know, not at all. This defense got to get rectified. This offensive line got to get rectified. I mean, you have people just walking up to Shedeur Sanders. I mean, seriously. Shedeur ain't have no time in the pocket. You know, so he's been sacked more than any quarterback in the FBS. You know, so that show you right away, you know, what's going on with him. And all of it is obviously we know the talent that he's got. So it's not that. So they gotta fix a few things. They gotta make some adjustments, man, because once was a promising season, it's starting to look a little crazy right now. The Colorado Buffaloes, they really dropped the ball, man, and they needed this game. I'm gonna leave it at that. Hopefully they could get back in the win column, but this was definitely brutal. Let me know your thoughts. It's Flight Sports TV.